Ukraine's president this morning accusing Russia of terrorism as people in the capital, Kyiv, are being told to take shelter from an advancing Russian convoy. Our next guest is trapped along the road to Kyiv in the city of Irpin, which is now seeing some of the most intense fighting as Russian troops push closer to the capital. Anastasia Podostinova is joining us right now. And Anastasia, describe for us where you are right now and what's happening around you.
I'm basically in the suburbs of Kyiv. It's considered to be the suburbs. It's about 15 miles from the city itself. So I am in a very tense zone right now because we are located near the airport, which has been taking some heavy fighting from the first day of war because it was considered to be a very great place to get the Russian planes to attack Kyiv from. It is entirely bombed right now, but the fighting is still happening. And basically, we're in this triangle of fighting because like the city where I'm at, it's the best way to go to Kyiv from Belarus border. And this is where the troops are coming in. So we're located in this tense zone, and pretty much all cities around us are either entirely destroyed or have like zero electricity and water. So it's been a difficult location.
Anastasia, you're about 30 minutes from the capital. You describe it as being in a triangle of intense fighting. What are you seeing and hearing?
Well, we see fighting every day. Just yesterday, a house about, I think, 200 feet from us has been burned down by some kind of bomb, which was shot by Russians. So, yeah, this is actually the shots of what's happening about 3 miles from us. There's some heavy fighting and we hear it every day. We don't see the actual tanks in our street because they're still further away. But we hear everything, and we can actually now tell which kind of weaponry is being used, and whether it's a tank or whether it's aviation. We have air alerts 5 to 7 times a day. So we spend most of our days in the downstairs, which is sort of like a bomb shelter.
What are you preparing for today? You, I imagine, have seen those satellite images of this 60-kilometer-long show of force from the Russians saying they're coming for the capital. What's your plan for today?
Right now, we're just right now what we're actually doing is helping the army because we have territorial defense. So we have been helping them with food and medication earlier today. Also, we may donate some blood later today as well because we have, I'm here with my family and friends, and we have some rare types of blood available to be donated to the army. Apart from that, really, there isn't much we can do from our side. So we're not exiting outside because this has been the request from the governmental officials not to be outside to sort of just make distractions for our troops. So we're staying in and just hoping for the best, I guess.
You're originally from Kyiv. How did you make your way to Irpin, where you are now?
I woke up 5 a.m. on the 24th because there has been airplanes in the air and air sirens. And I went out on my balcony. I was like, okay, well, probably this is not looking good. So I called my friends, my family, and I was like, so you want to get out? And they're like, okay, let's. And we were probably on the road about 6:30 a.m., but we were only able to exit the city about 12 or 1 p.m. because the lines have been crazy. But by the time we exited, we pretty much got news that Russian troops already in Kyiv region, and we were on an open highway with a bunch of cars, and we were like, okay, so if we're stuck here and they try to bomb us, we literally have nowhere to go. So we decided to go to the family place, which is in the Kyiv region, and that's where we've been still.
Anastasia, I'm trying to imagine your life 7 days ago when you were a young person with a job and friends, and now you're hiding in the middle of a war zone with Russian troops headed for the capital, near for where you are. How are you processing this? What are you thinking about? How are you feeling?
Honestly, it's a very weird feeling of complete hatred, which honestly it's very hard to illustrate and describe because I don't think you can ever feel it this pain and hatred if you haven't seen your people in your country die and being bombed and just hide bomb shelters with their little children who have no idea what's happening. But at the same time, it's just I really feel proud for our nation, for our army, because we're honestly, even though we're a pretty big country for Europe, in comparison to Russia, Ukraine is extremely small, and we have been holding off this giant monster who is actually using help from multiple other regions which they have invaded previously. previously to attack us. Now our army is still holding strong, and not one city in our country has been taken over by Russian troops. I mean, apart from the eastern region where they have been for the past 8 years. So I really feel pride and hatred at the same time.
Anastasia, we wish you well. We wish you safety today. Please stay in contact with our team here at Your Morning, and we can continue to track how you're doing. Please stay safe.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.